Hello everyone, I am going to explain about the concept of pair of linear equations in two variables and their solutions by different methods. We should know about what is pair of linear equations in two variables. An equation which can be put in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 where where a and b and c are real numbers and a and b are not both 0 is called a linear equation in two variables x and y. Suppose if I write some equations like 2x plus 3y plus 5 is equal to 0, x minus 2y minus 3 is equal to 0. These are in the form of x plus c, by plus c, and this is called a linear equation in two variables. So the general form for two linear equations in two variables x and y is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. These two linear equations are in the same two variables x and y. Equations like these are called a pair of linear equations in two variables where a1, b1, c1 and a2, b2 and c2 are all real numbers. If we draw these equations by graphically on some plain paper, then we will get two straight lines. It means there will be two straight lines. We already know that given two lines in a plane, only one of the following three possibilities can be happened. One is two lines will intersect at one point, like this. If we draw graph, then we will find two lines intersect at common point. The lines will not intersect. Second point is the line will not intersect, then it means they are parallel to each other. Third one is coincident, like this, the graph like this coincident. So I will explain the solution for these three conditions one by. So a pair of linear equations can be represented by both algebraic and geometrically. If we take some example, like first, if I take example like this, x minus 2y is equal to 0 and 3x plus 4y is equal to represent these two equation graphically, we need at least two solutions for each equation. Suppose I take this equation x minus 2y is equal to 0, and I'm going to take two solutions for this equation. If this is x and this is y is equal to x by 2. Suppose x is equal to 0. After putting the value of x is equal to 0, I will get y is equal to 0 and 2 is to 1. So say in same way, I have the values for this equation. X 3x plus 4y is equal to 2. If suppose x is equal to 0, then y will be 5. 20 is suppose x is equal to 20 by 3, y is equal to 0, and graph this linear equation with the help of following values which are calculated by putting the value of x and finding the value of y. Then I am going to draw the graph. Then I will find the nature of graph like so. What is finding this? The possible representation is the line intersect at common point. Got one nature of the graph for this the example. Second example, like 2x plus 3y is equal to 9 and 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. Then in the same way, I have found at least two solutions for each equation, then I will plot the graph for these two equations and find the nature of the graphs like this. And second nature, I am finding the possible representation is the lines coincide. If I take third example like x plus 2y is equal to 4 and 2x plus 4y is equal to 12, and in the same way draw the graph and find the nature of the graph, then I will find something like it means there will be no intersecting, no coinciding. Then what is will be the possible representation of this graph? The lines are parallel. So these three conditions are finding by drawing the graphs on plane. So some conclusions after drawing the graph. First, the intersecting lines. It means there will be unique solutions. If I draw the graph, graphically I found that there the lines are intersecting and algebraic representation will be unique solution, or we can say exactly one solution, and it is also called yani pair is consisting pair. And if second conclusion will be coincident line, the algebraic representation will be infinitely many solution. This is called dependent, or it may be a consistent pair. And third condition will be parallel lines. For parallel lines, there will be no intersecting, no coincident. So the graph nature of the graph will be parallel, and algebraic representation will be no solution. It means there will be no solution for the equations, and it is called inconsistent pair of linear equations. So this can be also checked whether our equation give some solutions or not. Then there will be some coefficients which help us. Like suppose equations are a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2 for unique solution. Then by the help of this conclusion we can easily say that our equations are consistent or not, or there will be any solution or not. Okay, second is coincident or infinitely many solutions. For this, coefficient ratio a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c1 upon c2. This will help us for finding the coincident line conclusions. And for no solutions, it means a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is not equal to c1 upon c2. So with the help of this coefficient ratio, we can easily finding the conclusions. Okay. Next, suppose I take one example. Example is check whether the pair of equations x plus 3y is equal to 6, and second is 2x minus 3y is equal to 12. Suppose this equation is called one equation, second another equation is called second equation. We have to check whether these equations, this pair of equations is consistent or not. If it is consistent, then we have to solve this equation and finding the value of x and y. Okay, firstly graphically method, I'm going to use a graphically method. Then let us draw the graphs of this equation. First suppose this is x and this is y, and if I take the value of x, then the finding from equation 1, finding of y will be 2, and if I am going to take 6, then y will be 0. Same for second equation, x y Suppose x is equal to 0, y is equal to minus 4, x is equal to 3, y is equal to minus 2, 2, and if I draw the graph by these solutions, then we will find lines are intersecting at common points. It means our pair of equations is consistent. So there will be a unique solution. This is by graphical method, and we can also check whether our equation is consistent, our pair of equations is consistent or not with the help of coefficient ratios. A1 upon A2 is equal not equal to B1 upon B2. If this condition is valid, then our pair of equation is consistent, and solution for these equations will be unique solutions. So A1 is 1, A2 is 2, A1 is 1, A2 is 2, and B1 is 1 and B2 is equal to minus. So you can easily conclude that A1 upon A2 will not equal to B1 upon B2. It means our equation pair of equation is consistent, and solution will be. Sometimes the graphical method is not convenient for non-integral coordinates like under root 3 to under root 7 minus 1.75 3.3 3.3, like 4 upon under root 3 and 1 upon 19, for 4 upon 13, for 1 upon 18. For these coordinate systems, there will be difficulty for drawing the graph. So graphical method is not convenient for this. So what is the solution? So there will be other methods for finding the solution of such type of equations. Like other methods are, what other methods are? First is substitutional method. Second is elimination method, and third is cross multiplication method. Okay, so in my next video I will explain substitutional method, elimination method, and cross multiplication method for finding the equations, pair of equations, linear equations in two variables. Okay, thank you.